Yeah, Swamp lost. Let's get into it, y'all. K-Shine just finished it off and pretty much 30'd her. I don't know if Rum Nitty is the Gun Bar King or Gun Line King. I gotta look that up. I believe on the app 30'd Sue Surf. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nino Magzoon, and welcome to Magzoon TV. What I got in front of you is Kings versus Queens, the URL versus the Queen of the Ring. It was a great card. Great lyricism from both the females and the males. Shout outs to, like I said, Smack, Beasley, Chico. Shout outs to Babs, Debo, and everybody who's over at Queen of the Ring. You all did a great thing. So the first battle of the event was against KCJ and Swamp. Yeah, Swamp lost. Let's get into it, y'all. It's Kings versus Queens. They had 7 battles. My favorite number 7. Just wait. Why y'all in a rush anyways? Put that back in there. KCJ and Swamp. Swamp came predictable. I was definitely talking about that before leading up to the event, that I knew a lot of guys were going to, or I assumed a lot of guys were going to be predictable. What I mean about predictable is when a lot of male battlers battle females, it's always, F you this, you can suck on this, you a woman, get in there and clean, all that type of stuff. And so I think, personally, Swamp had came too calm and too like nonchalant. And KCJ was barking on that boy. Barking. Like, that's all you heard out of KCJ mouth. Then you hear Swamp. Kuntnu. And he said Kuntnu like 10 times, bro. Like, you got it, bro. That's your word. You can patent that. So yeah, through the URL app, it seemed as though Swamp had got 30. Yes, y'all, Swamp got 30. So the first battle of Kings versus Queens, the male versus the females. The females took the first battle. So shout out to KCJ, man. KCJ came dope though. So even if Swamp didn't come nonchalant, KCJ bars were still dope. So I would have just wanted to see how it would have looked if both of their energies matched. You feel me? Because KCJ energy outmatched him, and she was just barking on that boy. And then it just seemed as though like it just wasn't there. And then after the battle, he was also saying that he learned a lot. So even though he lost, he still won. He got to talk to other battlers, and he learned a lot. And I guess like that's the whole object, is to continuously grow as an artist. But as far as the battle, you lost. But he know he lost. But he was giving it up to her. So shout outs to my boy Swamp on that. The next battle is against Rum Nitty and C3. I don't know if Rum Nitty is the Gun Bar King or Gun Line King. I gotta look that up. Anywho, Rum Nitty and C3. Rum Nitty, we all know Rum Nitty, especially small rooms, for him to be spazzing and getting his bars going, all that good stuff. So he was doing what he usually do, and he was doing his thing. C3 came out. She had some lines, but it just seemed like Rum Nitty was levels above her. You know, maybe it just wasn't a great match. But I don't want to do that only because it seemed like Rum Nitty was doing her thing. Because C3 was also doing her thing. So, but I feel like Rum Nitty took it like 2-1. So it wasn't a 30 to me personally. I feel like Rum took the first and the second, I think. And I think C3 took the third. But it was cool though. It was definitely cool, man. I enjoyed the battle. They both were lyrical. Nobody was like falling off or anything, which was great for this card. That was the case in, you know, the majority of the battles, people stumbling and people choking and things like that. So that was a great thing, man. But Rum Nitty won. So like I said, so then it was as far as Kings versus Queens, it was the ladies had a win, and the men, the Kings, the males had a win, so it was 1-1. All right, so URL versus Queen of the Ring, it was 1-1. All right, keep up with that. The third battle was against E-Heart and K-Shine. K-Shine and E-Heart. Both of these battlers are great. Both of these battlers I highly respect as lyrical artists, as entertainers, as legends. Their consistency, both dope. Unfortunately, K-Shine won that. K-Shine won that. K-Shine won that in a lot of different ways. As far as his energy, he won. And as far as E-Heart third, she had stumbled and fell off. She choked and fell off and stuff like that. So that's sad. Nobody wants to see that. But she kind of fell off. K-Shine was even like allowing her to like get it back, and she just didn't find it. I saw an interview after her battle that she was saying that she had forgotten her lines. And as an artist, it happens. Like truly, like you don't want it ever to happen. And I'm pretty sure when she was at home or with her peoples, she was going through her lines and going through a flaw. It was just all mixed up in her head. She had gotten through 2 rounds already, getting into her third, and just like I said, she didn't want to mess it up further, so she stopped it. Once again, K-Shine was attempting to allow her to kind of wait for her to do it, but she didn't get it. K-Shine just finished it off, and pretty much. But as far as E-Heart's lyricism, E-Heart's always gonna be a lyricist. She's dope, man. So you got that, but you lost. So it was as far as the URL versus Queen of the Ring, the males had 2 wins to 1, and then the 4th battle was against Vixen and DNA. So Vixen the assassin and DNA the PG killer, the champ, the You Don't Deserve Me. He got a lot of different aliases, but I thought personally, I thought that DNA was going to wash her. You know, you have like a wash rag and you get like soap, you know? So like not in the bathroom, but in the bathroom, but like not in the tub, like over the sink where you get like a wash rag and you kind of, I thought DNA was going to do her like that, no cap. But Vixen came to play, man. Vixen came to play. I feel like on the URL app, it's going to be more of a debatable on the URL app, but I don't know. But on the app, Vixen won. Vixen clearly won. Her energy was more, I think it was just more of a element of surprise, but I don't want to just say that because she was spitting, and she was supposed to be one of the only people or only female MCs on the card that people really didn't know like that. You know, people were kind of trying to give her a feel for it because most people didn't really, hadn't seen her battle. So I can't say that it was, you know, that, like I said, she came with it, man. And she won. All right. So DNA, but DNA did his thing though. So if you know DNA, like he did his thing, like he came flawless. He had no hiccups, got through his rounds. They were solid, but Vixen was matching his energy and then also gave us stuff to where we'd be like, yeah, no, we like her. You feel me? So just to keep it fair, DNA lost. And not just what I'm saying, just based off the app as well, DNA lost. So URL versus Queen of the Ring. The ladies and the men were 2-2. And the 5th battle was against Charlie Clips and Couture. Now, this battle is actually a controversial battle. It is definitely going to be a debatable, especially on the URL app. On the Caffeine app, Charlie Clips won the 1st and the 3rd, and Couture won the 2nd. I personally feel, as well as a lot of other people personally feel, that Couture won the 1st. So to a lot of people, and even myself, I feel like Couture won. But if we're going to go off the voting system, Charlie Clips won. There are some people who also feel like Charlie Clips lost the 3rd too, because there was a lot of lyrics and material that had nothing to do with Couture at all. Like it was, you know, trying to talk about some other stuff. So, but based off the app, if we're going off the app, then Charlie Clips won 2-1. If we're going off of you just being a fan, you liking lyricism, and you taking points off somebody stumbling or choking, then Couture won at least 2-1. But if we're going, like I said, strictly off the app, then Charlie Clips won. So for that, we got to give it up for the fellas. The 6th battle, the one right before the main event, was Arsenal versus Official. It was Arsenal versus Official. That was actually a great battle. I thought that Official was going to kind of bar Arsenal in favor of winning, but it was only because I thought that Arsenal was just going to give us the typical just very disrespectful bars that we're going to be like, oh, okay, like, yeah, he's disrespectful, but it just ain't enough to beat Official. You know what I'm saying? But shout outs to Arsenal for this. No, like no cap. Shout outs to you, Arsenal. Arsenal came with it. Came with just different flow patterns. Switched up his style. Was rapping at her. Was showing her just a different level of like y'all playing me, just thinking that I'm only disrespectful and I can't rap. Like that's how Arsenal kind of showed up. And shout outs to that for Arsenal, because this is the sixth one, and so the fellas won that on the app. Arsenal 30 Official on the app. I feel like Official did great. I just feel like Arsenal was just a bit better. He probably edged her each round, just being like a bit better. But not to say that her material was trash at all. Like Official did great. And shout outs to once again the ladies and the fellas for both coming with their material and not choking or stumbling. The last battle of the night was against Tsu Surf and 40 Bars. Tsunami Surf just came off a horrible horrible game against Loaded Lux, where he recently lost, got 30. Lux pretty much, just dismantled his armor, and yeah, so he out here with just like a little shank and like no shirt, just trying to like find his way. No, but it was against Tsu Surf and 40 Bars. I kind of figured that 40 Bars was going to win. I didn't know what Tsu Surf was going to come with, but Tsu Surf's last performances, he's been kind of shaky, and ever since he battled Loaded Lux, people have been kind of like looking at him with a microscope, and so he has to have like great games, almost nearly perfect games for us to kind of feel what he's saying. 40 Bars, I believe on the app 30'd Tsu Surf. So the ladies won the last battle. So the fellas end up winning just based off of the app voting. But if you're going off of just fans, the ladies actually could have won. I believe the ladies won. So y'all can go back and kind of look over everything. I know that once these battles are uploaded to the URL app, that they will then be critiqued by other people, and it's going to be different type of opinions that are brought up and said. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man, who tapped in to MacZoom TV, everybody who support, man. Y'all see that these are all different. I got some on the back too. But yeah, shout out to everybody, man, who tapped in, man, who supported the video. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the video. You can also push that bell, that notification that'll let you know anytime I have more videos. I'll always have more videos.
Laker gang.
Somebody get crazy outside.
Laker gang. It's our year. Kobe. Laker gang.